Hi there, friend. I'm so glad you're here. Go ahead and settle in, grab a warm drink, find a comfy seat, and take a slow, deep breath. This little story is for everyone, no matter how young or old. It's cozy, calm, and just the kind of gentle tale you can carry in your heart. So let's begin, shall we? In the sleepy town of Pineberry Hollow, nestled between green hills and winding streams, there was a little yellow house with climbing roses all over the fence. That's where Jonah lived with his mother and their golden retriever, Sunny. Jonah was 10 and full of questions. He loved climbing trees, making forts out of quilts, and sneaking extra spoonfuls of honey from the kitchen jar. His mother, a kind woman with soft eyes and a garden full of herbs, worked from home and always had something baking in the oven. One day, after school, Jonah accidentally knocked over one of her favorite clay pots while tossing his backpack on the porch. The herbs lemon balm and mint tumbled across the steps. Panicked, Jonah scooped up the mess, tucked the broken pieces into the compost, and planted the herbs back in a different pot. When his mom asked what had happened to her pot later that evening, he blinked and mumbled, "I think the wind must have knocked it over." His mother looked at him for a moment, then nodded gently. But something small settled in Jonah's chest that night. Not fear, just a quiet ache. He stared at the ceiling, thinking about the truth he didn't say. The next few days were soft and slow, as they often were in Pineberry Hollow. Jonah helped his mother water the garden, rode his bike down the gravel path, and read under the big oak tree near the stream. But every time he passed the new herb pot, he felt that same little ache come back. One afternoon, while his mom was humming and slicing apples for a pie, Jonah sat at the kitchen table tracing patterns in the flour dusted across the wood. "Hey, Mom?" he asked, not quite looking up. "Yes, love? Do you think it's a big deal to lie about something small?" She paused, the knife resting beside a half-cut apple. Her voice stayed gentle. "Well, I think when something sits on your heart and makes it heavy, even if it's small, it might be worth letting out." Jonah stared down at the table for a long moment. "I broke the pot," he whispered. "It wasn't the wind." His mom smiled softly, walked over, and wrapped him in a warm hug. "Thank you for telling me. I didn't want you to be mad." "I wasn't mad, just wondered why the lemon balm looked surprised in its new pot." They both laughed, the kind of laugh that lets air back into your chest. Jonah felt the ache lift, like fog in the morning sun. That evening, the sun melted into the hills, casting golden light across the garden. Jonah and his mother sat on the back porch with slices of still warm apple pie. Sunny rested at their feet, tail thumping gently against the step. "Do you think we can plant more lemon balm next spring?" Jonah asked, his mouth still full of cinnamon and apples. "I think we can plant as much as we want," his mom said. "Maybe even a whole row of it, with a little sign that says, 'Honesty Garden.'" Jonah grinned. "Only if I can paint the sign." "Deal." They clinked their forks like a toast, the way they always did when something good had just happened. And in the warm glow of that small, quiet evening, everything felt lighter. Jonah knew that telling the truth wouldn't always be easy, but it would always feel right. Like stepping back into the sunshine after standing in the shade a little too long. Closing narration, softly spoken. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. I hope this story reminded you that even small truths can be bravened, that it's never too late to set things right with someone who loves you. If you enjoyed this gentle tale, I'd love it if you gave it a like, maybe even subscribed for more heartwarming stories each week. This is a safe, cozy space, and there's always room here for you. Take care of your heart, and I'll see you again soon.